YouTube, what's going on? So today I'm going to be looking at the newest hero in the game. He's unreleased currently, but he will be released when the season begins. This bad boy right here. I haven't checked out his skills at all, so it will be a first look. I'll review kind of his skills, his design, everything like that in this video, so hopefully you guys enjoy. I will be doing the other newest hero as well. I think her name is Helen, shortly after this, so stay tuned for that one. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think about this hero. Let me know what you think about some combos as well in the comments. All right. All right, so let's jump right into it. Like I said, he's the newest hero in the game. Collector, I guess, Edwin. His actual numbers, so like the percentages, the damage, the like chance. I mean, all of that stuff isn't actually out yet, so we don't really have like the best look, but we can understand kind of his role and his function and potentially, you know, his use cases just by looking at his skills. So if you don't know how to access him, or at least see what's up, you want to click on this little support thing. I don't even know. It looks like a street sign. Click on that and then click blog, and it's the latest blog entry right here. New hero collector Edwin. So if we go down, here he is. Here's his character design, I guess. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing amazing. Yeah, at least in my opinion, it's kind of like a weird steampunk character, kind of a generic steampunk character rather. Here I'll zoom it in just so you guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, I mean it's all right. It's fine. I have nothing really, no remarks to say about his character design. So let's move on to his role and his troop type. So his troop type is general, which actually some people predicted. So this is very similar to retro, meaning he can use all three troop types. And likely he'll have some effects. Like I said, I haven't seen his skills, so we're going to see. And then his role is support, similar to retro, again, retrograder. So I guess he has some ball thing. I don't know. Vest, jacket. Okay, I guess these are just talking about his looks. Whatever. So here's his skills. Suppression, skill 2. Okay, suppression, good sign already. Counter effect, the hero squad suffers drops. Deals huge damage to 2 random enemy squads each round. A certain portion of that damage will be used to restore the power of 2 random ally squads. Okay, so clearly the translations of this is absolutely horrible. So it might be a little bit hard to dissect, but basically what it's saying is that the counter effect amount is basically going to be reduced by this dude. He's going to deal, I guess, huge damage. We'll see what that really means. And then you're going to heal based on how much damage you dealt to 2 random ally squads. That's going to include himself, most likely. Himself and another, like potentially just 2 out of the 3. So it's not always going to be like the 2 others. Most likely is how I'm assuming. So counter effect, if you're not familiar with what counter effect is, basically in Last Shelter, it's a rock, paper, scissors type game. So fighters beat shooters, shooters beat vehicles, and vehicles beat fighters. Kind of just rock, paper, scissors. Or scissors, paper, rock, if I guess you're on the other side of the pond or whatever. The countering effect basically either increases or decreases how much that kind of troop counter really comes into play. So for example, if you decrease the counter effect and you have vehicles and they have shooters, then the shooters aren't going to have as big of a rock, paper, scissors advantage over those vehicles. Now, I mean, on paper that sounds pretty nice, right? But it never really plays a huge role. The counter effect in the game is kind of, it's pretty meh in terms of a statistic at least. Now, if he like completely just turns it to 0, then that's going to be a big deal. But if it's just like countering effect minus 30, then it's just like, okay, well, not really a huge thing, but that's not even the main point. The main point is he basically is going to deal huge damage and heal his allies. So I guess if he does like 10,000 damage, he's going to heal them for 2,000 or something like that. So pretty solid skill. It is a prep skill, unfortunately, and prep skill basically means it takes at least 1 turn. It could take 2. Or I guess potentially more. There's only 1 character in the game who takes at least 2, and nobody takes more than that. And it might be, you know, not a huge percentage either. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Actually, what this probably means, sorry, I was mistaken. What this actually means is this happens at round 0. My mistake. So basically, this ability occurs instantly at round 0, always, every single time. So that's actually better. I reread it here. It says it deals huge damage to 2 random enemy squads every single round. So that's actually kind of huge. Now that I'm looking at it, that's a pretty big deal, I would say. Yeah. Okay, cool. Another prep skill. Yeah, it looks like they're all prep skills, meaning he's going to be extremely, extremely consistent. CC is going to have no real effect on him, most likely. And yeah, you can always just count on this guy, which is kind of cool. I prefer heroes like that personally myself. All right, let's go on to skill number 5, Domination. I guess here he's holding his little ball. If you guys have played League of Legends, it kind of reminds me of Oriana's ball. Yeah. Anyway, Domination skill 5, another prep skill. So again, it occurs at round 0, basically before the battle begins. Oh man, I had to sneeze so bad there and it never came. Anyway, effectiveness to be determined each round. Visible increase to the healing effect on the ally squad with the lowest power. Starting from round 4, various ally units will make the back row squad have more chance to cast skills that require prep. So sorry, I was reading that a little bit fast, and then I realized not everybody, is super well versed in English. Basically, I guess it's kind of a variable. So this is random. The actual number is different per round, which is interesting. Increases the healing effect on the ally squad with the lowest power. That just means the ally with the lowest number of troops, and it means they're gonna get healed more. When they do get healed, they'll get healed for a larger amount. And then starting from round 4, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 rounds, various ally units will make the back row squad have more chance to cast skills that require prep. So I'm not really sure what this various ally units means, but I'm basically just assuming it means that if you have a hero that has prep skills, so not this, but combat skills that have a turn of prep. I don't know why they use the same terms, but whatever. Like Hummingbird, for example. I guess they just have a higher chance of casting. It's not actually going to skip like Vanguard. It's just a higher chance of casting. So interesting. Interesting. His 5th skill looks kind of weak, at least without the numbers that we have. If it makes it 100% chance to cast, then I mean that's crazy. So I doubt they're going to do that. And then we have his skill 8, First to Move. Starting from round 4, one less round of prep. Oh, okay. Well, starting from round 4, so again, the exact same as skill 5. One less round of prep for the prep skills, the back row squad. A great chance to rid the squad of the burning, poison, or bleeding status. Okay, interesting. So, but these basically just go in tandem, and it forces you. This is like 100% forcing you to use certain heroes with this character, which I don't like personally. You're really just going to have to use characters that have prep, period. Prep skills, period. Otherwise, it's entirely useless. So kind of weird. It also means he can't go in the back row. So it seems like they're really limiting this character to some very specific combos. This great chance of ridding the burning, poison, and bleeding is pretty much irrelevant. The only exception is kind of Scorpion. If Scorpion has poison and flare, sort of, so it's really, I guess, targeting those 2 heroes with this, but yeah, I'm not sure. It's really weird that it doesn't just fully cleanse it like 100%, but I guess we'll see what great chance is, right? So anyway, those are his skills. Overall, unimpressed, very unimpressed. His skill number 2 seems to really be like the only thing that matters here. And then I guess maybe 5 and 8 are really good with certain combos, but only with certain combos. So let's see what they recommend for their formations, and then we're gonna kind of make our own formations. Usually these recommendations aren't amazing. I'll be quite honest. So formation number 1, Retrograder / Dawn in the front, mid-row Collector, and then the back row Death Rider, Hummingbird, or Scarlet Siren. Yeah, I mean, pretty much these are kind of the 3 only damage dealers in the back. I that really have significant prep skills. There are probably more, and we'll take a peek at the sort of the damage dealers who could go in here. But yeah, basically it's kind of this setup. Now let's see how this would work. Retro Collector, Death Rider. Yeah, doesn't really seem to be amazing. Retro Collector Bird seems to be much better. If Bird gets her skills off and she doesn't have prep, she's amazing. The problem is this combo is still incredibly susceptible to CC. So that's still obviously going to be a problem for Hummingbird. And then Retrograde Collector Scarlet Siren. I don't really see why you would run this ever. Scarlet Siren's pretty much, a Scorpion or Flare add-on always. So I don't really know why you would run that. Yeah, I think the only combo here you would really run is like Retro Collector Bird. Dawn, it's going to be the same situation. And with Dawn and Collector, I don't know, there might be a massive amount of heals so that Hummingbird just never dies. That could be pretty solid. I mean, same with Retro, I guess. Interesting. I don't know if Hummingbird's really good enough anymore. I'll be honest. I'm not sure that she kind of stands up to all the other damage dealers, but I guess we'll see. Also, the problem with this combo is Huntress is just going to absolutely annihilate Hummingbird. I mean, pretty much any of these heroes in here, she'll just absolutely destroy them. There's nothing here. Nothing here prevents that from happening. So, yeah, weird. Anyway, let's move on. Formation 2, Collector Organic Lust. Okay. Interesting again. I mean, Collector has no CC, as far as I'm aware. Organic and Lust is definitely not strong enough. But let's see. I'm assuming Lust actually has prep. I would hope. Otherwise, it's entirely useless. Preparation one round, 50% chance. So, I mean, I guess it'll increase the chance and get rid of the prep. To make them enter confusion. Okay, that's actually kind of solid. Yeah. That might not be terrible, but organic. Okay, what is this? They changed his name to Technician. Okay, that's terrible, but that's not the point of the video. But I don't know what the hell that's all about. And first of all, their blog post still has organic, so I think that's kind of cute. Anyway, yeah, I mean, organic is definitely not good enough. Lust is definitely not good enough in their current forms. Maybe Collector's going to change that, but I doubt it. I don't really see that one working. Pretty much the whole point of that combo is CC. Like, entirely the whole point is CC. And there's quite a lot of heroes that are immune to CC. Not too many, but there are some major heroes that are immune to CC. So I'm not really... I can't really see this one being amazing. Yeah. I mean, it might work really well against certain combos, potentially, so it could be like a huge counter to certain combos. Again, Collector seems like he's probably going to try to be a counter to Flare, and then I guess if he's just CC'd every 5 seconds, again, it's only rounds 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so it's not 1, 2, 3. So yeah, recommended abilities and particle reconstructions, group might, group tack might, yeah, I mean, We'll go over that later once we actually see his stats. So, yeah. I mean, these are the formations that they're giving. I guess really all I would recommend with Collector, I don't know. He really doesn't seem to be very good. Unless his numbers are like insane and it basically guarantees you the chance of a skill going off and just gets rid of the prep, then maybe we'll talk. This is the only prep on Death Rider, and it's already a fairly high chance. Also, this isn't like Death Rider's best skill by any means. It's actually probably one of Death Rider's worst skills, just because of the prep. So maybe it becomes better. I'm not really sure how that one's going to work. In theory, I guess he's going to do this more often, at least like 2 more times. Not at least, I would say at most, basically 2 more times than he would have normally. So it's not like a huge deal, is kind of the way I'm putting it. Now let's see who else has prep. Like we said, Lust, or rather like they said Lust. Does Betrayed? No. Crusher, no. Hunk, no. Bird, yes, obviously. Farseer does have prep. Interesting. It might not be terrible. I'm thinking something like Edwin Farseer Death Rider potentially could be not horrible. Oh no, I guess you would need Farseer in the back. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not going to work out in that situation. That's really going to be the problem with Collector is you 100% force people to be in the back, and it only works on people in the back. And then I really don't think anybody else has prep. So yeah, I mean, I doubt that combos are going to be good enough to take Death Rider away from what he currently exists in. I think really the only salvation for Edwin is if it makes Bird really good, which again she's just really not good enough at the moment, and she's still really, really susceptible to CC, which is going to continue probably. Can she burst through Flare? It's possible. I mean, so here's the thing about Hummingbird: 60% chance is pretty high already, but it's a 2-turn prep. If it completely gets rid of the prep, I mean, then yeah, I think Bird and Collector is going to be pretty nasty, and then you really just fit in one extra like supporting hero, and that could be really a lot of heroes. I mean, you could honestly put Fortune Teller and Bird works pretty well. That link system, it would likely work fairly well. So Fortune Teller, Collector, Bird, or a number of other supports, like they said, Retro and Dawn, but it really doesn't matter. It could be Tech Priestess, it could be, I mean, honestly, Wrath. It could be a lot of heroes. Glutton might actually still be the best option, just because you're gonna prevent that CC from Bird. So yeah, I mean, if it really is going to depend, and I think Bird is really his only option. Glutton, Collector, Bird, Tech Priestess, Collector, Bird. You know, Fortune Teller. They renamed her as well. Prophet, Collector, Bird seems to really be kind of the ways that I would at least go forward. And then obviously for the particle reconstruction, yeah, you would just stack as much group might as humanly possible. Okay, so that's about it for the new hero, Edwin. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to give him an overall rating, honestly, right now of like a 2 out of 5. And that's not necessarily, so how good do I think he's going to be? I mean, his ceiling is fairly high just because of that Bird synergy. Like I was saying, if it gets rid of that 2-turn prep and it increases the chance by like 30%, that's going to be insane. But we'll if it only gets rid of 1-turn prep, and then it's not as big of a deal, to be quite honest. So yeah, how do I think he's going to do in combat? Probably, I mean, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5 right now, currently, maybe even a 4 out of 5. But overall, his character design really, really lame. Like a 1 out of 5. By character design, I mean skill design. Sorry. And then his graphic design, it's fine. 3 out of 5. It's nothing amazing. So overall, I'm probably just gonna give him a solid 3 out of 5, or at least a mediocre 3 out of 5. And we'll see how it plays out once the actual numbers come out. We'll obviously have that updated, and I will pull this hero the day he comes out, probably the hour that he comes out on a live stream. So we'll really be able to test him out and see how good he really is. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned.
Wake up, early mornings, late nights, hopping on a different flight. What's the meaning of life, ayy? Wake up, same-ish, different day. Make a wish, call it pray. Am I sick, am I okay, ayy? Stay up